In the heart of the Delua kingdom, where the drums of the ancestors spoke to the winds and the rivers carried secrets of old, two young women were known throughout the land for their unbreakable bond. Ego and Nkosi were like two sides of the same gold coin, beautiful, inseparable, and filled with the energy of youth. They had grown up together, running barefoot through the fields, whispering secrets beneath the towering baobab tree, and dreaming of the day they would both find love and happiness. "If I marry first," Ego would say with a smile, "you must be my maid of honor. And if I marry first," Nkosi would reply, "you will sit by my side as my sister, forever and always." They laughed, believing nothing could ever come between them. One fateful harvest season, as the village prepared for the Grand Yam festival, a stranger arrived, a man whose presence commanded attention. His name was Is, a hunter from a neighboring village, with arms as strong as the branches of the Iroko tree and eyes that held the mysteries of the forest. Ego was the first to catch his gaze at the marketplace, where she was selecting ripe mangoes. He smiled at her, and her heart danced like flames in the harmattan wind. From that day forward, Is pursued Ego with the patience of a seasoned hunter. He brought her gifts, cowrie shells from distant lands, beads carved from ebony, and cloth dyed in the deep colors of the earth. He would visit her family's home, bringing fresh meat from his hunts, impressing not just Ego, but also her parents, who saw in him the makings of a good husband. Ego's heart was full. She had found the one. One evening, unable to contain her joy, Ego ran to Ngosi's hut. "Sister, my heart is no longer my own," she said breathlessly. "Come, meet him. He is everything I have ever prayed for." Ngozi smiled, but behind her eyes, something dark stirred. She had heard of Ise's arrival. She had seen him in the marketplace, had admired him from afar, had even imagined, if only for a moment, what it would be like to be chosen by such a man. When Ngozi finally met Ise, it was as if a storm had been unleashed in her heart. His voice was deep and soothing, his laughter warm and rich. She watched the way he looked at Ego, with tenderness, devotion, and hunger. And something inside her cracked. That night, Ngozi lay awake, staring at the thatched roof above her. "Why her?" she whispered to the darkness. "Why must she have everything while I have nothing?" Ngozi's jealousy took root like a stubborn weed. Slowly, she began her work. It started with whispers. Small, carefully placed seeds of doubt. One afternoon, as she and Ise walked to the well, Ngozi sighed heavily. "You are truly a great man, Ise," she said. "But I worry for you." Ise frowned. "Worry? Why?" "Ego is dear to me," Ngozi continued, her voice soft and hesitant. "But she has always been a woman of many admirers. I only hope her heart is as devoted as yours." He said nothing, but the thought took root in his mind. Ngozi did not stop there. She spoke to Ego as well, pretending to be a loving friend. "Ise is a good man," she said one evening as they pounded fufu together. "But are you sure he is the one? Some men love the chase but grow restless when the hunt is over." Ego laughed. "Ise is not like that. He loves me truly." Ngozi forced a smile. "Of course. I only want the best for you." But doubt, once planted, spreads like fire in dry grass. The Ego and Ise began giving themselves space and talk less because of the doubt Ngozi planted in their hearts. Desperate to win Ise for herself, Ngozi sought out Nana Oma, the village seer, a woman feared and respected, known for her wisdom. Ngozi knelt before the old woman's hut, her hands trembling. "Mother, I need your help," she pleaded. The seer studied her carefully. "The heart you seek is not yours to claim," she said. "Do not chase the wind, child, for you will only be left with dust." "I love him," Ngozi lied. "I cannot bear to see him with another." Nana Oma sighed, reaching for a small pouch filled with herbs. "This is not love, but hunger," she warned. But if you wish to play with spirits, be prepared for what follows. Ngozi took the charm Nana Oma gave her and, that night, she placed it beneath Kojo's sleeping mat. That night, Is dreamt of Ngozi, not as Igbo's best friend, but as a woman. He woke with confusion in his heart. The next time he saw Ngozi, something in him wavered. Igbo sensed the change in Is, though she did not understand it. He became distant, his laughter no longer as free. Then, one fateful evening, as she walked to the river, she saw them, Is and Ngozi, standing close, speaking in hushed tones. Efua's hand lingered on his arm, and Kojo did not pull away. Igbo's breath caught. She stepped forward, her voice barely a whisper. Is. They turned sharply. Guilt flickered in Isa's eyes. Ngozi merely smiled. I was just keeping him company, Ngozi said sweetly. He seemed lonely. Igbo felt the earth shift beneath her feet. She had trusted her best friend with her heart's greatest treasure, only to have it stolen before her eyes. Blinded by sorrow, Igbo ran to Nana Oma. Mother, she wept, why would my own sister betray me? The old woman sighed, shaking her head. The leopard does not show its spots until it is ready to hunt. You trusted your friend with your joy, forgetting that some shadows do not follow, they wait for the right moment to take what is yours. Igbo's heart broke, but she stood tall. She returned to the village, her tears dried, her spirit hardened. She did not confront Ngozi. She did not fight for Is. Instead, she walked away, leaving them to the fate they had chosen. As for Ngozi and Is, their union was short-lived. Is, once enchanted, soon realized his mistake. The magic faded, and with it, his love for Ngozi. He left her as quickly as he had been taken from Igbo. And Ngozi. She was left alone, abandoned, and scorned by the village. From that day, mothers told their daughters, not every friend rejoices in your joy. Some smile as they sharpen their knives. Guard your love, for what is cherished may also be coveted. And so, Igbo learned the greatest lesson of all, some friendships are like the baobab tree, strong and unyielding, while others are like dry leaves, carried away by the wind. Never introduce your love to a heart that envies, for even the sweetest fruit can turn bitter in the wrong hands.